Welcome to the monthly meditation. We are so glad you could join us. This is David and Deborah, and we're so glad you are here. Now take a moment and think of one thing that you're thankful for this Thanksgiving and holiday season. Then close your eyes and set your intention for what you would like to receive during this meditation. And when you are ready, bring yourself back to this place. As Deborah leads us in the meditation.
All right, welcome back. Hopefully everybody's back by now. This is Deborah, and as David had said, we are so glad that you are with us for this monthly meditation. This monthly meditation that we're doing this time is an inspiration from a post that David wrote earlier, about a couple weeks ago, called Living a Heart-Centered Life. And that particular one that he wrote is on the website if you want more information, like to read the whole thing. I just took little snippets out of it because I really felt that it was appropriate for what's going on in the world and in our lives right now. That because we're going into the Thanksgiving season, that we should continue to live our life through our heart and be connected with our heart and emanate that love. So that's what this meditation is about. So as we live from our spiritual heart, our heart chakra becomes wide open, blossoming with radiant, loving energy that ranges from a soft pink to brilliant rose red. For those who see auras, it looks like a living rainbow, as the beautiful love energies flow from one person, arching upward and over to another person. When we are heart-centered in all that we do, we see everything through the eyes of the heart, through the eyes of love. Seeing through the eyes of our heart allows us to look past a person's outer facade and behold the real divine being before us. Our heart sees their true nature, the essence of their real being. Jesus lived centered in the crystalline Christ body of his high self. He was illuminated in his heart with the love of God. He was centered in the Christhood of his being and living spiritually heart-centered in his body. His presence was calmly saturating. His mere presence would restructure the energetic nature of the spiritual bodies of those around him to make their divine connection be more heart-centered. Touching him was even more powerfully transformative. And just as Jesus was that crystalline Christ body, we are also that crystalline Christ body. The same thing happens when we are around spiritual masters. They are spiritual catalysts for us, causing our spiritual bodies and being to conform to the form of our higher nature, our high self, that part of our being that is illuminated and enlightened. These masters are channels of divine energy and love, who live centered in their heart. They act as conduits for us to receive love, enlightenment, and energies that transform our being from the inside out. After, we are not quite the same as we were before. We are a little more connected than we were previously, but not nearly at the same level as when we were in their presence. So, how can we live a heart-centered life? What things can we do? Each time we are heart-centered, the structures of our energetic bodies and being adjusted and grow a little to make us more like our true self, our high self. When we live from our heart center of love, it allows the love to transform us, just as it did when we were in the presence of a spiritual master. As each of us is a creation of the divine God, at the core of our spiritual being, we are a manifestation of the divine God. The spiritual center of our being is connected to the center of the divine God. In creation, all centers are linked. They are one. The Sanskrit word namaste can be roughly translated to mean, the divine in me greets, bows, embraces the divine in you. It is a recognition of the dwelling of God in the other. It is an acknowledgement of our oneness, a oneness of divine origin. Thus, when we see through the eyes of the heart, the center of our being sees the center in the other. We only see perfection and nothing else. We are one, interconnected to the divine God. Our heart feels complete when it connects with itself in the heart center of the other. As we live in this world of duality, time and space, the best way to see beyond the facade and outer trappings of those around us is to see through the eyes of the heart, to live from our heart center. So what can we do to live more centered in our heart? The first thing we can do is to choose. Choosing to be heart-centered starts simply with our intention to do so. It sets our inner compass to the true north of our being, aligning us to live more authentically from our divine nature, our high self. We can monitor our self-talk. It is so important to use words that reinforce our true nature rather using ones that keep us in our lesser behavioral patterns. It is helpful to say, I live from my spiritual heart. I am love. Be a part of a spiritual family, whether that is a traditional church or a spiritually focused meditation group or something in between. It can help us shift to be more heart-centered. Meditate. Meditation silences our mind, allowing us to be connected to our high self and higher guidance. Listen to uplifting music, sound meditations, and guided meditations. Sound naturally connects and aligns us to our high self without our mind being able to meddle with the process. Wonderful things just happen for us and to us. So these are just a few things that you can do to help shift ourselves into a heart-centered life. And you may find other things that work for you as well. So as we choose and intend to live more heart-centered, the entire tone and tenor of our life will naturally align to our true self, our high self. The energies of our daily life will instinctively align to the higher pathways of our life path, what we call the soul's high path. Old beliefs and baggage will fall away and be replaced by the higher patterns of our true nature. We will be able to see that the world is a beautiful and wonderful place. So, what are we going to be doing during this meditation? During this meditation, you'll be going to your special place of beauty. You will become part of a beautiful scene where you will be transported to a great cathedral. There you will meet and be encircled by numerous emissary beings radiating unconditional and unlimited divine love. They will open you up to the many levels of your higher being and your heart connections to divine love. Divine love will then ask you, are you willing to live the rest of your earthly life from your heart center, embodying divine love? You will then be encouraged to repeat the following affirmation. I live from my spiritual heart center. I am divine love. Divine love will show you how, as an essence and as a vessel of divine love, you have become a greater vehicle of love, transforming everyone you encounter and everything around you to their higher nature. From your heart center, you will send divine love to everyone in the room, to your family and friends and the earth and everyone on the earth. You will then be given some time to commune in immersion with divine love. Divine love will give you a blessing and anointing as an essence and as a vessel of divine love, which dwells in your heart center as part of your identity in oneness with God. The emissary beings will then bring you back to the cathedral, where you will receive a farewell benediction and blessing from the group of emissary beings before returning to the outer world. So everybody get comfortable, relax. We're going to go ahead and start the meditation. And remember that your energy flows more smoothly if your legs and arms are not crossed. And close your eyes. And I'm going to be playing the crystal heart bowl as I bring you into the meditation. And imagine yourself connecting to the crystal heart bowl. So inhale deeply and hold your breath. And then exhale with a sigh. Breathe normally in between breaths. And feel your body begin to relax. Any tension just flows away. Inhale deeply again and hold your breath. And then exhale with a sigh. You become aware of the joy, peace, and calm that completely surrounds you. Tranquility permeates your being. One more time, inhale deeply and hold your breath. Then exhale with a sigh. Feel yourself going deeper as your body begins to tingle, as each muscle relaxes. Feel the warmth of blood filling the capillaries and spreading throughout your body. I am going to count backward from 15 to 1 as you go even deeper. 15, 14, 13, 12. Feel yourself going deeper and deeper. 11, 10, 9, 8, deeper and deeper. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You are now extremely relaxed, safe, secure, and comfortable. Your body is floating in a state of complete calm and peace. Imagine yourself in your special place of beauty. You might be wandering through a forest, smelling the scent of the trees, tiptoeing through an enchanted jungle, or rambling alongside a quiet stream, exploring the mountaintops, walking by the ocean and feeling the sand beneath your feet, or sitting quietly in a beautiful meadow, inhaling the sweet aroma of wildflowers. Once more, you become aware of yourself and your special place of beauty. Your attention is drawn to a large sacred circle, a short distance from where you are. You go over to see it up close. As you look upon its flawless design, you become aware that it serves as both a holographic viewing area and a portal that you can use to see and visit other places and realms. Slowly, an image begins to form in the middle of the circle. Misty at first, it slowly forms into an immense cathedral with a softly glowing golden essence. You step into the scene and instantly find yourself in the cathedral. Listen to the soft celestial music that permeates the great cathedral. Feel the divine love, warmth, peace, and serenity in this wonderful place. Suddenly the room becomes filled with brilliance as you notice that you are encircled by numerous luminously radiant beings who line the cathedral walls around you. You become aware that they have come as emissaries, vessels, and embodiments of the many aspects of unconditional and unlimited divine love. You are also given to know that they simultaneously live in the realm of forms and formlessness, and operate in realms and in the ways of divine love beyond our experience and knowing. As you look around, you feel yourself connecting with each of the beings. One by one, as your being connects with these gloriously radiant emissaries, you feel the divine working through them to open you up to the many levels of your higher being and open your heart center to connections of divine love. Slowly, the ceiling of the great cathedral begins to dissolve before you. Increasingly, the unbelievable brilliance and outpouring of divine love shines and pours forth upon you from far above. All of the emissary beings begin to move upward in unison, with you lovingly placed in the center of their great encirclement. You feel each of their connections with your being. You can feel your extended spiritual body being further refined and transformed by divine love, by Source. Upward and upward you go, ever closer to the radiant outpouring of divine love from the brilliance above. Finally, you are in the glorious presence of divine love. Although there appears to be a distance between your being and that of divine love, you are one with divine love. The emissary beings surround you, yet they too are immersed with Source. Your spiritual heart continues to open further so as to become the functioning center of your being, the center of and the origin of all feelings in your life. As you bask in the presence of pure love, the unifying radiance of divine love. Every level and part of your spiritual heart is wide open. There is only oneness of being with divine love, no separation, only unity. You are overflowing with divine love. You feel the peace and serenity of the divine upon you. Divine love asks you, are you willing to live the rest of your earthly life from your heart center, embodying divine love? You immediately answer yes. Divine love encourages you to repeat the following affirmations. I live from my spiritual heart center. I am divine love. You begin to feel the connection between your spiritual heart center and the center of the divine. You are one with the divine. Take a moment to fully absorb the feeling of oneness with the divine. The divine then shows you in your daily life on earth, you are an essence and a vessel of divine love. You have become a greater vehicle of love by living from your heart center, transforming everyone you can encounter and everything around you to their higher nature. You are now able to see others through the eyes of your heart, through the eyes of divine love. You see their true nature, the essence of their real being. From your heart center, send the pink light of divine love to everyone in the room. Feel the great flood of divine love flow back to you as you send the loving pink light out. From your heart center, send divine love to your family and friends. From your heart center, flood the earth and everyone on the earth with divine love. Now spend some time in oneness with Source, communing in divine love. You sense from the essence of divine love that it is nearly time to return to the cathedral. The emissary beings emerge from Source and encircle you again while still in the presence of divine love. Before leaving, divine love gives you a blessing and anointing as an essence and as a vessel of divine love, which dwells in your heart center, the core of your being, as part of your identity and oneness with God and with Source. The emissary beings bring you softly back down to the great cathedral, drifting slowly and effortlessly like a feather falling to the earth. Once again, you are in the cathedral with the emissary beings encircling you, lining the walls of the cathedral. Just as the emissaries are radiating divine, unconditional love, you are radiating divine, unconditional love. Thank the emissary beings for all that they have done for you. The emissary beings as a group gives you a farewell benediction and blessing. When you are ready, project yourself back to the outer world, feeling immersed in divine love, peaceful, serene, centered in your spiritual heart, and fully living through your connection with divine love. You are aware of the love, guidance, and wisdom in your life. You are filled with a sense of peace, love, joy, and harmony. Return gently to the outer world. So welcome back to the outer world. And for those of you who are journaling and would like to write down a few things, you can stop the recording. And then when you're ready, you can start it again so that we can go through the grounding exercise. So as we always do after we've meditated together, we do a grounding exercise to help us to reground ourselves to Mother Earth and to also protect us so that when we go out into the world that we are protected from any discordant energies. So imagine yourself with a big bubble of light around you. Put a big bubble around you. However big you see your auric field, however how big you see that bubble, just put a bubble around you and fill it with light from the divine up from up above. And once you're completely filled with white light, then starting at your heart chakra, the level of your heart, the width of your auric field, see a shaft of light flowing down through your feet, going into Mother Earth and grounding into the center of the earth. And then feel that energy from the Mother Earth flowing up through the bottom of your feet and entering into your body and swirling around. Feel that grounding, loving, nurturing mother energy. And again, starting at your heart chakra, the width of your aura, imagine another shaft of light going up through your crown chakra, through your layers of your being, going through the center of the universe, then anchoring in the center of creation. And then feel that energy from the divine flowing down through your layers of your being, through your crown chakra, into your body, and then mingling with the earth energies, and then flowing down through your feet, and then anchoring into the center of the earth. This allows us to be centered and grounded, connected to Mother Earth, but also to be connected to the divine. And that white bubble around our auric field is a protection. It's a shield of protection. No discordant energies can flow in. It'll just bounce right off. And for those of you who wish, You can put another layer of indigo blue around your bubble, around your solar plexus. It's another added layer of protection. And we thank the divine. We thank the guides, the high selves, the emissaries, the beings of light, the angels. We thank divine love for all that we are blessed with. We thank you for being connected, for your love. And as we go out into the world, we radiate that divine love to others. We know that we are protected, that we are cherished, that we are blessed. And all those that come in contact with us are also cherished, loved, and blessed. So as we go out into the world, shine your light and share that love. So now I'm going to play my ceremonial flute. So David and I just wish you blessings and go with the divine. Until we meet again, namaste.